Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy 26th of January 2025. I'm going to tell you a little story. I'm going to have to tell it quickly because my phone is almost completely dead. I can't actually even delete videos anymore because the button won't work. So I have to get moving in case I run out of time to do this. I mean, you never want to run out of time. I've got a couple of flags behind me at the moment. I've got the Union Jack behind me and a Anzac flag that says "Lest we forget," because we're about to talk about some things that are about to happen. Now, first of all, I will also note this hat here, this Doyle. Doyle are sailmakers. Sailmakers make sails for ships. So this is saying that I'm on a ship at the moment. A lot of abstract thinking you have to apply when talking about Australia. I'm also going to mention a little anecdote about my grandfather's parent or family, who were tailors in Fremantle a long time ago. A long time ago, before the 1970s, when my children's mother's parents arrived. They were tailors, so pretty handy with a pair of scissors. I've kind of amateurly, as a hobby, kind of taken up a little bit of modification of clothes, and it's been quite fun. It's been quite enjoyable. And today I'm going to do the same. I'm going to do the same with this flag here. So this here. Now you're meant to be very careful, but I only have myself. It's not meant to touch the ground, unlike our Veterans Affairs Minister. If you go back in his Instagram history, you'll see that the person who actually represents our veterans in Western Australia, he loves to show our flag on the ground. So I'm going to be very careful. Try not to do that, especially with the important bit, which is the bit up here. Now I'm an amateur, so please don't read into any of the ways that I do this, but I'm going to remove this section here from what you refer to as the Australian flag today, because of actions taken by new citizens of this identity known as Australia. I am removing my family's loyalty to the rest of it. So I'm going to actually cut the Union Jack from the flag, which is an offence in Australia. It's an offence in Australia to deface a flag and to bring dishonour to it. But I'm not. I'm just taking the important bit off. And I'm doing that because of actions undertaken by the state and federal governments over the last couple of years. So I don't know exactly what this means for Australia, but I'll let you decide. Now, my phone is saying that I'm running out of storage. So I better get a fucking move on. Follow the lines. I'm not very, as I said, don't read in too much. So this, my intention is to return this flag. I'll be very careful with it. The other symbols on the flag, supposedly the 7-pointed star represents the 7 states. Well, those 7 states are no longer, because 5 of them, I think, one of them, Queensland, who knows, they're on the fence, but yeah, they're all led by this coup at the moment. There's a couple of other meanings for a 7-pointed star. I'll let you look it up if you ever want to. So that will just stay on its own. And the Southern Cross, that's in the sky. So I can see it any time I want. I don't need it in my flag. And yeah, to claim a constellation visible to all members of this land base, of the Southern Hemisphere in fact, and seen by Aboriginal people for 60,000 years, that's not going to be sufficient for a flag. It's going to be too confusing. Yeah, it's not really appropriate for Australia to just continue to use a blue banner with a 7-pointed star and the Southern Cross, because the Southern Cross belongs to the traditional owners just as much as it does the thing. So this bit here, it's not disrespectful, because as I said, it's just a representation of the 7 states and a thing that's in the sky. So with this bit removed, I can still see the Southern Cross, and the 7-pointed star, in my opinion, doesn't exist anymore. So I'm going to be very careful. I'm going to take this flag here, this section, and I'm going to hold it with me at all times. I'm going to carefully, now I can't remember exactly how to fold it, so I'll just do my best. And I'm going to very much look after this section, because my life depends on it. I'm going to roll that up there, and there's even a little hook there that I'll use to secure over the whole thing. So I don't exactly know what you're talking about when you talk about Australia any longer. I haven't seen an election. I've just seen an attempted coup. That's all I've seen in my determination. And so I'm protecting my family's legacy on this land by removing, you'll have to excuse me, I somehow figured out how to delete those things. It's a complicated, adjustment I've just got to make do. Anyway, so I've removed the Union Jack, which I'm holding securely. I've taken some souvenirs. These are 1 and 2 cent coins. I'm going to put them in there with that. And I'm going to wait for my lift, wait for my ride out of here. To use a section of a flag that has provided vast regions across the world with wondrous things, we were crucial to ending practices such as slavery. We've brought a language that inspires people across the world. We are very proud of our diplomatic history and our ever increasing egalitarian ideals. And to have them used in this way is completely disgraceful. So to the Anthony Albanese-led Australia, flagless now, there is no higher level of disrespect that we are projecting at you and your parties that spread out across the country. We will expect you to provide a new flag and a new story to tell the people of this land base formerly known as Australia. You can continue to call it Australia, but this is the end of the line for the United Kingdom's impact on this land. We're quite proud. Obviously, we've not been perfect, but nobody is. But we are quite proud of what we have achieved in this country, but we no longer feel that our voice is being heard, and we no longer support the actions that are being undertaken by the federal government of Australia. We look forward to seeing the new flag flying, and we will appreciate your cooperation in this time of division and this time of separation. We hope that it will be peaceful, and we wish all inhabitants of Australia, especially the traditional owners, a glorious and bright future. Thank you.
Check out these jellyfish.
The jellyfish on there. Yeah, they're jellyfish.
Very unusual.
Go inside.
Okay, hang on, just filming the jellyfish down.